She never thought anyone was watching. Maria, a humble maid, barefoot and humming, twirled around with little Emily in the grand marble hall. Emily was paralyzed from the waist down, but she laughed so freely that it echoed off the cold mansion walls. Maria gently spun the wheelchair like it was part of a dance, graceful, joyful, alive. Upstairs, Richard Langston, the stoic billionaire, stopped midway down the staircase. He was home early. And what he saw stopped his heart. His daughter was laughing. For the first time in weeks. Her joy shattered the silence he'd wrapped around their grief. 2 years had passed since his wife died, and since then, both he and Emily had been shadows in that enormous house. Maria had no idea he was watching. She leaned down and whispered, "You're beautiful, just the way you are," kissing Emily's hand. Then she turned, and gasped. Their eyes met. Richard stepped down slowly, his tone sharp. "You think this is a playground?" Maria fell to her knees. "I'm sorry, sir. I just wanted her to smile." Emily cried, "Daddy, please don't fire her." Richard paused. For a long time. Then softly said, "Get up." And what he did next would change everything. Maria arrived at work the next day expecting to be let go. Instead, she found breakfast, made for her, by Richard. "Thank you," he said stiffly, "for reminding me who my daughter is." She was speechless. Days passed. Richard began opening the curtains. He worked from home. He joined their dancing, awkwardly at first, then with more warmth. The house changed. Laughter replaced silence. Maria, once invisible, became part of their world. One afternoon, a woman from Richard's board walked in unannounced and whispered, "That's the maid. Your daughter's being raised by her now." Maria overheard and quietly withdrew. That night, Richard found her crying on the stairs. She whispered, "I didn't mean to overstep." He gently replied, "You didn't overstep. You stepped in, when I couldn't." What Maria didn't see was the box he held behind his back, not a ring, but a key. To a room that didn't exist yesterday. The next morning, Maria followed a trail of petals to a hidden room. Inside was a dance studio. Soft lights. Ballet shoes. A framed photo of her and Emily. Richard stood beside her. "It's yours," he said. "You've given my daughter more than I ever could. You gave her hope." Maria choked back tears. "But I'm just a maid." "No," Richard said, voice breaking. "You're family now." She hadn't heard those words since the fire that took her own family. Her dream of being a dance teacher had died that day, but now, it breathed again. News spread. Billionaire builds studio for maid who healed his daughter. The world watched. But Maria remained grounded, focused on Emily, teaching her how to dance, feel beautiful, own her story. Some called it PR. Others doubted it was real. But Richard saw the truth. One evening, he whispered, "My wife used to dance with Emily. After the accident, I couldn't stand music." Maria held his hand. "She's still dancing. Through Emily. Through this." And while cameras crowded outside, what bloomed inside was sacred. The mansion became a sanctuary. Emily's spirit bloomed. Doctors noticed her improvements. Not just her posture or strength, but her happiness. Maria's kindness had transformed everything. Richard smiled again. Truly smiled. But with light came shadows. One viral headline read, "Is the billionaire in love with the maid?" Maria was crushed. "I never asked for this," she whispered. "I just wanted to help her smile." Richard looked at her, deeply. "And you helped me too. You reminded me what love really is. Not romance, service. Heart." That evening, Emily performed a dance recital in the garden. She spun her chair with grace as Maria guided her steps from behind, barely seen, like an angel. The audience applauded wildly. Then someone stepped forward from the crowd. An older woman. Pale. Crying. "Maria?" She whispered. "It's me." Maria froze. Her lips trembled. "Mom." The crowd gasped. Everyone thought Maria was alone in the world. But this moment would change that forever. Maria's knees buckled. Her mother, thought lost in the fire that destroyed everything, stood alive before her. "I searched everywhere," her mother sobbed. "I thought I lost you." Maria clung to her, weeping, trembling. Richard stepped away silently, giving space. Later, he asked gently, "You told me you had no family." Maria nodded slowly, "I thought I didn't. Sometimes miracles are buried under ashes." That night, headlines lit up, from Maid to Miracle. Yet Maria remained humble. The studio expanded. Emily taught younger children from her wheelchair. Maria's mother moved in and revived the home with old recipes, stories, warmth. Still, rumors buzzed. Was Richard going to propose? Would he adopt Maria into his life? Maria ignored it all. Her love wasn't for cameras. Until one quiet night, Emily whispered, "Mom says tonight's the night." Maria smiled, confused. The night for what? Emily didn't answer. She only wheeled away into the candlelit hall. The chandeliers dimmed. Petals lined the marble stairs. Guests gathered. Richard stood in the center, holding a velvet box, not in a tux, but in the same sweater he wore before he became the billionaire. He called Maria forward. "This isn't a proposal," he said softly. "This is something deeper." Emily rolled toward her, holding the box. Maria opened it. Her hands trembled. Inside, was a golden-sealed document. An adoption form. "I want Emily to have your name," Richard said. "Not to give her away. But because she already calls you Mom, when she thinks I'm not listening." Maria fell to her knees. Tears streamed. "Why me?" she whispered. Richard knelt too. "Because you gave us everything we lost. Hope. Family. Home." Maria held Emily tightly. The crowd applauded. Cameras flashed, but they couldn't capture the love in that moment. Maria, once just a maid, was now the soul of a home, the heart of a family, and the light the world didn't know it needed. And as the three of them embraced beneath the soft golden light, the world watched. And smiled.